Hello friends, I'm Heather Pace. Welcome to this 25-minute easy breezy yoga flow. We're going to start in child's pose for this class, so bring yourself down onto your mat. Knees nice and wide, big toes touching. Your arms are extending out in front of you on the mat. Fingers spreading wide. The forehead relaxes down into the mat as well. Begin breathing deeply here. Bring your Ujjayi breath into the body. Settle in and set an intention if you like. See if you can take your breath right into the back body here. Let your back expand, the ribs expand, the belly expands. Tent up onto the fingertips now. And then walk your hands over to the right side, stretching through the left side body. Really reach with those left fingers, creating a deeper stretch. And then walk over to the left side now. Reaching with the right hand, stretching through the right side body. The forehead stays relaxed. Face is relaxed. Good. We'll come back to center now. And then slowly roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. From here we'll take a side stretch, so come over to the right and then float over to the left. The arm comes over the ear. So we're flowing side to side, warming up the body here. I'm a beacon of light today, friends. My camera is showing me as being really overexposed, so apologies for that. One more side stretch on each side. And then come back up to center. From here, we're going to lift the bum off the heels, take the arms up, and exhale, sit back and down again. Inhale, reach, tuck the tailbone under, and exhale back. We're going to flow here. This time, we're going to shift forward. Tuck the toes under here and then sit back. So this is such a great deep stretch for the feet and the toes. And we're going to flow again, lifting up, raising the arms, and then sitting back down onto the heels. So you don't have to tuck the toes under if that's too painful, but it is nice to try just to really stretch those feet out. Our feet do so much for us every single day. Let's come forward now onto hands and knees, tabletop position. For cat and cow, exhale, curl and round. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round the back, squeeze your navel in. Inhale, look up, shoulders down the back. And exhale, squeeze all your air out of the body. A few more times. Good. Come back to center now. Let's push the hips side to side, stretching into the outer thighs and the glutes. I love this little stretch. Back and forth. Back to center now. Let's circle the knee forward, down, and around. Keep your core tight here, so we're warming up the hip, the glutes, the leg. This time, keep going, but extend the leg out behind you as you circle it forward. Good. Should be getting warm. We're going to hold the leg up now, and then extend the right arm straight out in front of you. So the foot, you can point and flex a few times, warming it up, and then release. Curl the toes under and rock back and forth, stretching the calf here. If you've been doing my classes, you know I really, really love this calf stretch. Back to center. Let's circle the right knee forward now and around. Getting into that hip joint. And then let's stretch it out straight behind as we circle it around. Good. Strong arms, strong core. Hold the leg up. Extend the left arm out in front of you. Draw the belly in here. Flex and point, or just flex the foot. And then release the arm and the leg down. Curl the toes under and pulse it back and forth. Back and forth, getting that stretch. Good, let's come back to center. Spread the fingers wide, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back for down dog. Walk the dog back and forth, shift the hips, bend the knees. Really use your arm strength to push your hips back here, and then we want to lift the sitting bones up, but squeeze the navel in. You can rock those hips side to side, which is what I really like to do to get into my side body for a stretch. Good, we're getting lots of length through the spine. Let's come into plank pose now. Lower the hips, shoulders over the wrists, and then lower down onto the chest here. And we're going to move into Cobra. Hands under the shoulders. Let's inhale, lift up, using our back strength here. Long neck, looking about a foot in front of you. Tuck the pelvis under, and then extend the arms up and cactus them back, using your back strength, almost like you're pulling something back. And then release. Down, curl the toes under, push up and back to down dog. Step the left foot up between the hands now, lower the back knee to the floor, point the toe, and come up, hands onto hips, tuck the tailbone under, and then lift the arms up, but settle the shoulders down. If you like here, you can take gentle pulses in and out, stretching into the front of the thigh, opening up the hip, and then take the right arm down, left arm up. We're looking up. We're in a little twist here. You can twirl the hand around, getting into the wrist, stretching it. Release the hand down, curl the toes, step it back to down dog. Take the other side, step the right foot up, release left knee down, point the toe, hands onto the hips, tuck the tailbone under, and lift the arms up. Relax those shoulders. Gentle pulses in and out, waking up the stretch. Good. From here, release the left arm down, right arm up, look up if you can, or just look out in front of you and circle the hand around, stretching out the wrist and the hand. Good. Release the hand down now, step it back to down dog. And now look forward to the hands and step, step, step the feet up, and then fold over into a forward bend with slight bend through the knees. You can cross at the elbows here and let yourself completely let go, dangling over the legs, and then twist side to side here. Come back to center now. Deeply bend the right knee, straighten the left. Right fingertips onto the floor. Open the left arm up, reach it up to the sky. We're in a twist. And then exhale down, and we'll take it to the other side. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Look up, reach up. And then exhale, release, and fold over the legs again. On your inhale, roll up, palms come up and touch. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. On an inhale, roll up, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward and down. So we're going to take this roll, spinal rolls a few times. Up and down, flow with your breath. Tucking the tailbone under as you reach up. Now hands down to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead again. Exhale, dive forward and down over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up with the flat back. And exhale, step it back to plank, lower to the knees and down to the chest. Inhale, come up for Cobra. Exhale, release, curl the toes under and press up and back into down dog. Hold here for a breath. Keeping the hips squared, lift the right leg up and back behind you. Point and flex the foot a few times here. And then we're going to go ahead and open up the hip and then bend at the knee, flopping the dog, getting that nice stretch through the front of the thigh. And then we're going to circle the knee around just like we did on the floor. Bring the knee forward, down, and around. This time, extend the leg straight and then circle it forward. So straightening and bending, creating these circles that are going to open up into the hip. Now step the foot forward between the hands. Take the back heel in and down slightly. For warrior one, take the arms up. Bend down into the front knee. We're squaring the hips here, so draw the left hip forward and tuck the tailbone under. Press the back heel into the mat. And then on your next exhale, take the hands down to plank, lower down to the floor. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, press up and back, down dog. On your next inhale, take the left leg up and back behind you, keeping the hips squaring. Point and flex the foot a few times, and then open the hip and the leg up, bend at the knee. Love this front thigh stretch. And then circle the leg around, keeping the knee bent to start. Really getting into the hips. And then extend the leg out behind you, and then bend it as you circle it forward. So this should feel really good. And then step the leg through, take the back heel in and down, rise up warrior one. Back heel is pressing down into the mat, stretching the calf, tuck the tail under, stretching into the front of the hip. On your exhale, release the hands down, step back to plank, lower down onto the knees and onto the chest. On an inhale, take it up to Cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, press up and back to down dog. Look forward to the hands and step all the way up. On an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, tuck your tail under. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, dive forward and down over the legs. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga this time. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step it through for warrior one. Arms up. Let's open out to warrior two now. So we're in a wider stance. The front heel is in line with the back arch. The shoulders are over the hips. The arms are nice and strong, gazing out over the front hand. If you'd like here, lift up onto the ball of the front foot. A little bit of extra balance work here. Release it down, interlace the hands behind the back now to open the front of the chest and the shoulders. And then release the hands back out. Coming into triangle now, step the back foot in slightly, straighten the front leg, and then reach forward, release. Right arm down, left arm up. We want to micro bend through the front knee to avoid snapping out the joint here. Now circle the arm around, opening into the shoulder. Tuck the tailbone under here. Come back up and then into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down on an exhale, step it back to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through and take the back heel in and down. Warrior one, take the arms up, tuck the tail under, and then open out into warrior two. So check the feet alignment, front heel in line with the back arch, a long line through the arms. Take the knee, open it out to the pinky toe side of the foot. Interlace the fingers behind the back now, opening through the front of the chest. You can draw the palms together if you like. For extra balance and thigh strength, lift up onto the ball of the foot, release the hand clasp. Good, and then release the heel down, straighten the front leg, walk the back foot in slightly, setting up for triangle. Reach, 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 and then release, left arm down, right arm up. Micro bend through the front knee to avoid snapping the joint. Tuck those hips under, it's really important. We're really flat, almost like you're against a wall. And then circle the top arm down and around, opening through the shoulder. just love the shoulder opener. We are working. Come up and then back to warrior two. And on your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Look to the hands and either hop or step up, come up halfway, and exhale, fold over the legs. I'm going to stay in a forward bend here for a breath. Now drop the hips down, lift your chest and your arms up for chair pose. Sit back into the heels, tuck the tailbone under to lengthen out the spine, shoulders down, fingertips reach up. Good job. Bring the hands to heart center in prayer. We're going to twist over to the left now, outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, looking over the shoulder. Make sure that the knees stay together. They usually want to shift out of alignment. Release, stand tall. And then we'll take the other side. Sit back and then take the twist over to the right. Keep those knees pinned together in one straight line. You can look down and make sure, and then make any little shifts. Press those palms together, look over the right shoulder. And then release, stand tall, and exhale, dive forward. Stay here in forward bend for a breath. Now take the feet a little further apart and hang in a deep forward bend. Bend the knees. Let yourself hang really heavy, cross at the elbows. Feel the stretch into the hamstrings and into the back, into the spine, into the neck. Slowly roll up on an inhale. Bring the hands to the heart. Open out on your mat. Step nice and wide for wide angle forward bend. Pigeon toe your feet. And then take the arms out, open the chest, and on your exhale, dive forward and down with a flat back. Bring the hands to the floor here, bending at the elbows. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Enjoy the stretch through the hamstrings and through the back. This is one of the best stretches for digestion, to get really deep. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Exhale, hands to the hips. We're going to turn the toes out now and drop the hips down. Take the arms up and then cactus the arms. We're going to take pulses here, working the backs of the shoulders. Lift up onto the balls of the feet if you like. This is added strength here. Continue pulling the elbows back. Good job. Strengthening. And then release, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And then interlace the fingers behind the back for another wide angle forward bend. So pigeon toe the feet and then come forward and down. Bring the palms together. Take a slight little bend through the elbows. Lift those arms up and over the head and feel the release through the back and through the hamstrings. Really great for the neck. Engage the legs on an inhale, come up with a flat back, and release. Hands to the hips. Let's come back to the top of the mat. On an inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, dive forward and down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step it back to down dog this time, and then lower to plank and lower down to the floor. Point the toes, release the forehead down to the floor, and release your arms down by your sides. Now bend the knees, and then reach back, grabbing the front of the ankles. Stay here, tuck the tailbone under, and notice how you feel a deep stretch through the front of the thighs. So release, and then tuck the tailbone under again, and go in and out a few times, really feeling that deep stretch through the front of the thighs. We're setting up for bow pose. So now keep the tailbone tucking under and then kick up and back, lifting the legs up, lift the chest, neck, and head up off the floor. We're opening the whole front of the body here. You can flex or point the feet. See what feels best. Good. This is a great strengthener. And release. One cheek onto the mat. Completely relax and let go. Your arms are down by your sides. You should hopefully be feeling really invigorated and kind of tired at the same time. That was a lot of work. So let's press up and back into Embryo Pose now. It's kind of like Child's Pose, but the knees are together and your arms are down along your sides. The backs of the hands are resting on the mat. Forehead relaxes into the floor. And go ahead and rock your head back and forth, side to side, sort of massaging out the forehead. This feels really nice. Breathe, check in with yourself. See how you're feeling at this point. Let's slowly roll up. And we'll come into a seated position on the mat. Coming into bound angle. So sit, open up the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Rest the hands on the ankles. Great inner thigh stretch here. Good chance to tune into your breath now that we've stopped our really active portion of the class. Walk your hands forward to intensify the stretch through the legs. This is totally optional. Avoid doing this if you're really rounding a lot, only if you have a pretty flat back. Soften the muscles in your face here and relax your shoulders. And then walk yourself back up. Draw the knees in together. We're preparing for boat pose here. So sit back onto the back of your sitting bones, long spine, and then lift one shin and the other up off the floor. Take the arms out in front of you, strong arms, and if you like, extend one leg and the other straight. Balancing on the sitting bones here. We are working. You can bend again if you like. A few more breaths. You've got this. You're doing great. And then release down. Roll yourself down onto your back now, nice and slow. Now draw your knees into your chest and circle them around, releasing out the low back. This should feel really good at this point. Good. Soften your face, relax your jaw. Be in the moment. Setting up for bridge pose now. Walk your feet in close to your bum. The feet are hip width apart. Arms are down by your sides. On an inhale, lift your hips up nice and high. Roll your shoulders under your back. Interlace the fingers. Draw the palms together. See if you can relax your glutes here. Take the weight into the thighs. Make sure that the thighs stay in hip width. They want to splay out, but we've got to work it. Now roll up onto the balls of the feet, release the shoulders, and very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself down. Take the feet as wide as your mat and draw the knees together to release the back. Hands out in T position now with the palms down, knees up and bent 90 degrees. Let's twist side to side here. The feet are flexing. We're flowing with the breath and the movement. Getting some twisting action. This time, hold on one side. Squeeze your navel in and focus on breathing right into your core. This is so great for removing toxins from the body. It's like we're wringing out. Back up to center and over to the other side now. Looking up or looking out over your opposite shoulder. Really breathe into this. Breathe into the belly. Up to center now. Release the feet. We're going to come into happy baby. Hands on the soles of the feet. Let's open the knees wide. And if you like to rock back and forth, you can go ahead and do that. It's a great massage for the back. I think everyone should do happy baby once a day. It just feels so good. Okay, let's release the legs down onto the mat now. For Shavasana corpse pose, we made it. Find a really comfortable position for yourself. Let go of your breathing now and allow yourself to fully soften and relax so that you can integrate the practice. So this is a really important part of a yoga class. Let your body become heavy and sink down into the floor. Really letting go. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can take a deep stretch overhead if you like, and then roll onto your side and come into a seated position, or you can stay in Shavasana longer if you have the time. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.